You see proud families, friends and neighbors, sharing gifts and helping hands. We're people helping people, and we're proud that we can say we're always getting better and growing stronger every day. Taking pride in Mobile, haven't you noticed? We've got it all right here at home. Nothing can stop us. Taking pride in where we're going. Taking pride in who we are. Mobile, show your pride. Together we'll go far. There's a feeling of excitement. You can see it everywhere. The pride of our whole region is the heartbeat that we share.
Come ride a little train going down the track at the junction. Woo, woo! Very cool junction. There's old Uncle Joe moving kind of slow at the junction. Woo, woo! Very cool junction. I will return.
We're in Causeway in Mobile. If you're making your way south on Highway 59, from I-10 to Gulf Shores, add on an extra 30 minutes of drive time. On the Foley Beach Express, from Highway 59 to Canal Road, a 27-minute drive. With Time Saver Traffic, I'm Lisa Bakke.
This report is sponsored by Discover. When you hear a good deal, it's natural to do a double take. That's what you might do when you hear Discover will automatically double all the cash back you've earned on your credit card at the end of your first year with Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
If you see traffic trouble, call the Acadian Windows traffic tip line at pound 250, keyword total traffic when prompted. Acadian Windows, your hurricane protection specialists.
Now, here's your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, COIN. That's COIN. Enter it now at newsradio710.com. The Uncle Henry Show. Weekday afternoons from 5 till 7.
Friday evening, what a feeling. I feel like singing. Weekend, do what you want to do. Weekend, be what you want to be. Weekend.
Wonderful town, wonderful people, places to go, things to see. My love is Mobile, that's my wonderful town. Beautiful homes, schools and churches, entertainment, places to shop. My heart's in Mobile, that's my wonderful town. Mobile, the center of transportation, business and industry set the pace. Mobile's got the Junior Miss celebration, home of Mardi Gras and Senior Bowl game.
Mobile is great to live in and work in.
The climate's ideal for progress you see. My love is Mobile, that's my wonderful town.
Roll, Tide, roll.
This is the Uncle Henry Show here on News Radio 710 WNTM. Thank you. I really appreciate you listening to the Uncle Henry Show. I really do. And once again, here we are together. It's just me and you, the two of us here, trying to figure out what is going on. What is it? What's going on? What has gotten into people, aside from the devil? Telephone number here on the Uncle Henry Show, 251-479-2723. That's 251-479-2723. Email address, unclehenry@iheartmedia.com. Be careful. We do have moisture. We do have rain. We have meteorological stuff with rain, precipitation falling on the Gulf Coast. And you know how people are here, especially in the Mobile area when it starts to rain. People just have some kind of a, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, some type of mass psychosis involving rain that causes even poorer driving decisions. So be careful if you are out and about riding around, driving around. I know you like riding around, looking at your phone, maybe sending a message while you're driving, but just be careful as you're driving around. And I say that but just because I care. I'm at a point where I cannot afford to lose any more listeners from whatever reason. Now, there is breaking news. We'll get to we have breaking news about a special session of the Alabama legislature called for Monday afternoon. Before we get to that, though, I just want to say a word. This is personal. To my friends on Facebook, I have Facebook friends. Many people, and I've even met a few of them. But to my Facebook friends, I've noticed that many of my Facebook friends are more and more of my Facebook friends are sending me using Facebook Messenger. They're sending me videos to watch. There's one guy, he sends like 3 or 4 a day. I just want you to know. And please do not be offended by this. This is not personal. But you're sending me videos all day, and I'm not clicking on them. No. And it's not because of the way I feel about you. No. I don't have time to sit around looking at all this garbage you're sending me. Now, it may not be garbage. I'm just saying. Now there's 2 people I will look at the videos when they send them to me. One is my wife, because that's part of the marital agreement. Now, it wasn't stated in the vows, but I believe it's understood. So when my wife sends me something, I feel honor-bound and duty-bound to click on it and look at it. And I've also got a friend named Brent that I've known, 50 years. 47 years or something like that. I'll click on what he sends me. And please don't be jealous of Brent. It's just that we've known each other long enough that I feel like he knows me well enough on what I ought to look at. And so I trust him. So my wife and longtime friend Brent. Now, everybody else, I will not click on it. I'm not going to click on it. There's no time. I just don't have time to look at all of these. You're sending me funny videos, I'm assuming, or very insightful political videos. You need to see what this senator said about this. Actually, I've learned I don't need to see that. I know you're trying to help. I know you're trying to help me by sending me all this junk. I just want you to know I'm not clicking on it. But thank you. I appreciate you. You like me, and you're trying to help me by sending me all this garbage. But I will never be clicking on it. I just want to get that out of the way because I'm getting sick of this. All right, but anyway, let me get to the news. The Alabama legislature being called into a special session Monday afternoon by Governor Kate Ivey. Let's listen to Fox 10's coverage of this. Lanice Ligon and Shelby Myers will explain it to us.
Breaking right now, Alabama lawmakers will be holding a special...
And no, this is not the same as me sending you a video of it. I'm actually playing it for those that are interested.
Special session days after the Supreme Court struck down Louisiana's second majority black congressional district.
This is reversing a stance that led to the second majority black district in Alabama just 3 years ago. Alabama political correspondent Jessica Umbro joins us live in the Capitol studio.
Governor Ivey did change her mind, as we had covered in the previous days. She had said that the state wasn't in a position to hold a special session, now changing course. And in that announcement, she said that the emergency motions filed by Secretary of State Wes Allen and Attorney General Steve Marshall yesterday evening helped to lead to this decision. Governor Ivey says that lawmakers can be allowed to prepare to use previously drawn maps just in case the courts lift that injunction that enforced the use of those court-ordered maps through the next census. She says if the injunction is lifted, the state will go back to the legislature-drawn 2023 map for congressional districts and a 2021 map for those state Senate districts. Both of those had been changed after the Supreme Court's Milligan versus Allen ruling, when the highest court said race could be used to draw maps. Earlier this week, the Louisiana versus Calais decision said race could almost never be used. I sat down with Attorney General Marshall just minutes after the special session was announced. He says Alabama's court order will make it more complicated to change its map compared to other states who have said that they'll do the same. But the NAACP says all of this is bringing Alabama backwards.
Wow. All right. Special session. We could get a fix to Mobile's ridiculously drawn, moronically drawn congressional district. Back with more after the break here on the Uncle Henry Show.
From the Spring Hill Toyota Traffic Center.
We've got a very serious crash with entrapment on the Cochrane Causeway. It's 1 mile south of the Cochrane Africatown Bridge. All lanes blocked in both directions, and there are multiple transport units en route, so please use caution if you're in the area. We have slowing on Foley Beach Express from Highway 59 to Canal Road, a 31-minute drive.
This report is sponsored by Discover. When you hear a good deal, it's natural to do a double take. That's what you might do when you hear Discover will automatically double all the cash back you've earned on your credit card at the end of your first year with Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com.
YouTube viewers, if I have any YouTube viewers on a Friday, hello to you. In fact, let me check. I'm now activating YouTube on the desktop computer that you cannot see. And I got a small number. I'm impressed. People are actually looking at this. William from Mobile. Why does Uncle Henry not have no Crimson Tide pins? All right. That's the first thing. Dadgummit. All right, now, to this William, whoever you are, I do have a Crimson Tide pin. I'm not wearing it right now, but I've got it with me at all times in case there's somebody like you that needs some type of reassurance. I don't know what it is. But thank you for looking, William. 69-year-old Chris of West Loxley, hello to you. Pat Nelly. Well, you know, I came close to, look, I'm live today, but you never know. In the future, it could be pre-recorded. You just never know. But thank you for watching. So, Richard Harvey, hello to you. Country Bumpkin, hello to you. Pat Nelly, very reassuring to see Pat Nelly. Chuck, also reassuring to have his common sense in the chat. And whoever else is watching, thank you for looking. All right, let's see. Back on the radio here in a couple of minutes. And we do have a caller waiting. And Pat Nelly, I've already received a call in the voicemail. So you are correct. You are correct, Pat Nelly. And hello to Larry Morton. Now, let's see. What can I tell you about before going back on the radio? Probably not much. A bunch of stuff being canceled because of the rain. But not tomorrow. It's going to look a lot better. But the Gulf Coast Hot Air Balloon Festival for tonight, they're not doing any ballooning tonight. Saving it for tomorrow. Should be very nice tomorrow night for their balloon festival, but no ballooning tonight in Foley. All right, back on the radio here in about 30 seconds.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster. Buying custom blinds shouldn't be complicated or stressful. That's why we make it simple and affordable. You measure, you install, and you save big on custom blinds. Ordering takes minutes, installation is easy, and we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.
Roll Tide. This is the Uncle Henry Show on News Radio 710 WNTM.
This is the Uncle Henry Show. It's 5:20. News headlines coming up in 10 minutes on the Uncle Henry Show. Telephone number 251-479-2723. That's 251-479-2723. Hello, caller.
Hey, Uncle Henry, how you doing?
Snake Trapper. Snake Trapper, you are live on the radio. How you been?
Uncle Henry, I've been doing wonderful. Over the past week, I gained me a new daughter, Uncle Henry. The family has been out of the country last week. We were down in the Bahamas. My son got married, Uncle Henry, and you won't never guess who he married.
Well, first of all, let me say congratulations to you and your family. I know you've got to be thrilled to have your family grow like this.
Tickled to death, Uncle Henry. He married Emily, the potato lady, the lady that I had the cooking competition against with the potato salad and the shrimp cook-off. Now, she beat me in one cook-off, and I waxed her in the potato salad one.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. So, well, congratulations. So I've met the young woman that has become a member of your family. Well, again, what a great thing for you and your family, Snake Trapper.
Oh, yes, sir, Uncle Henry. Thank you very much, man. We had a beautiful wedding on at the Sandals Resort on Nassau Island in the Bahamas, man. It was everything was wonderful. But Uncle Henry, what I can tell you about, man, we have a cold front moving through our area, and there are going to be people that wake up in the morning that they're going to have snakes in their house, Uncle Henry. Not everybody, but there's going to be a few. If you found a snake shed in your attic or in your laundry room or just anywhere throughout the year, it's a good chance there's going to be one in there. So you may want to take precaution now and not run your dryer tonight, because they have heat seekers on the front of their head where they can detect where warm areas are. And they will be seeking shelter tonight and probably tomorrow night and then the next night until this cold snap's over.
Okay. And, I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think about how we're dropping down below temperatures that snakes will enjoy.
Yes, sir. If you have a crack under your laundry room door or something, you may want to maybe stuff a towel under it or just, obstruct it somehow just to keep them from getting in. Now, it won't be a venomous snake, Uncle Henry. It'll be a harmless snake, but if you find one, don't panic. Like I said, just it will not be a venomous snake. They're they're different animals. You know, the snakes around here
Yes.
are pit vipers, or either they're water snakes. You know, so just be aware. If you see one, don't panic. You're in no danger. Definitely don't burn your house down.
Hey, I'm pleased. Do you mind if I ask you a couple of questions about your trip?
I do not mind it at all. Uncle Henry.
So how big of a wedding party was it? Because this is you're going out of the country to the Bahamas. How many people were in that wedding?
No, there were 16, Uncle Henry. For the both sides, there were 16 people in the wedding, and I posted a lot of it on my Facebook page. To anybody that knows me and wants to go in there and look at some of the pictures.
Now, I want to ask.
There were 16.
I want to ask about the Bahamas because I visited the Bahamas way back in the early 1990s, and it was I apparently didn't go to the right parts of the Bahamas because it was not a place that I thought, wow, I want to go back there. But you went to, it sounds like a very nice resort. So tell me about what you noticed there about the Bahamas.
Uncle Henry, we stayed on the Sandals Resort on Nassau Island.
Okay.
Now, the Bahamas that island is kind of like a poor nation. Inflation is terrible. The bus driver told me that gas was at $8 a gallon. Everything on that island is imported. So, but the resort we stayed at, you know, we didn't get off of it, and you know, it was an all-inclusive. Our package covered our meals, our breakfast, everything.
Yeah.
They don't allow you to give tips. But it was beautiful where we were at. Now we could look over the walls of the resort from our hotel room, and you can tell the average person would probably be rich over there. It's a poor nation, Uncle Henry, and the bus driver also told us that 100% of their revenue was from tourism, that they had no industry over there. And but it was beautiful where we were at, Uncle Henry. I would recommend anybody go that. And like I said, we stayed at the Sandals Resort.
All right. Well, hey, congratulations again to your family. Thank you for telling us about it.
Yes, sir, Uncle Henry. And also, too, over there, when we were there that Saturday before the wedding, I noticed they have a creature over there, and it's a curly-tailed lizard. It's probably about 7 inches long, a grown one. And they're kind of plentiful over there. And I was talking to one of the chefs over there, Uncle Henry. He said that they actually, in the Bahamas and the Caribbean and all them island nations, that they actually eat them lizards. And informed me that if I could catch one, that he would prepare that thing for me. Well, that Saturday, hey, Uncle Henry, I mean, it lit a fire under me, brother. I was ready to get it. Well, that Saturday, we were sitting out by the pool that morning, and sure enough, one popped out of the shrub and up on the little retainer wall there with the bushes. And I kind of eased over to the wall, you know, and he was watching me. And I put my hand on the flat side of the wall and eased it up. And right when I got to the ledge, man, I reached up and grabbed it, Uncle Henry. I did not get a hold of him, but I did get my hands on him. He got away. So, man, I was looking forward to that. And I didn't have the opportunity to catch another or try to catch another one. They're very fast lizards. But, yeah, look that lizard up to get a chance, Uncle Henry. It's I don't know what the proper name is, but I looked it up to find out what it was. It's a curly-tailed lizard.
All right.
They're about 7 inches long.
All right, well, Snake Trevor, you've given me I can easily imagine this. This needs to go in your book when you write your memoir.
Oh, okay, Uncle Henry. Well, you take care, my buddy.
Thank you, Snake Trapper. Thank you very much. 251-479-2723, the telephone number. Hello. Hello,
Uncle Henry.
Yes, you are live on the radio.
Hey, Uncle Henry. This is William from Mobile.
Yes, William.
I saw you mention me there. I talked about how you didn't have an Alabama pin on.
All right, now William is talking about the live stream on YouTube. You, the radio listener, William is watching on YouTube and was asking why I wasn't wearing an Alabama pin on my jacket.
It's just unusual. I know you're an Alabama fan.
Yes.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, roll.
Roll Tide. And you remember I met you in 2016 when I brought you the flag from Afghanistan?
Yes, I've got that in my office right now. Yes.
Yes, yep. So, Uncle Henry, I'm a fan. I respect the heck out of you.
Well, thank
Sorry,
you.
I almost said a bad word. I didn't know.
Well, I appreciate that.
I understand. So I was just curious. Anyway, that's a great jacket you're wearing.
Thank you.
And that's, I assume, a nice seersucker jacket. And I want you to know I'm not questioning. I was just wondering why you didn't have an Alabama pin and Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, roll. William, thank you so much for your phone call. Thank you for your service again, and thank you for that flag. I look at it every day.
No, thank you, Uncle Henry.
All right, there he goes, William. Thank you, William. I appreciate the respect, even when percentages of it are not deserved. But thank you. Back after the break.
Time Saver Traffic from the Main Street Flooring and Design.com Traffic Center.
We've got a very serious crash with entrapment on the Cochrane Causeway. It's 1 mile south of the Cochrane Africatown Bridge. All lanes blocked in both directions, and there are multiple transport units en route, so please use caution if you're in the area. We have slowing on Foley Beach Express from Highway 59 to Canal Road, a 31-minute drive.
This report is sponsored by Discover. When you hear a good deal, it's natural to do a double take. That's what you might do when you hear Discover will automatically double all the cash back you've earned on your credit card at the end of your first year with Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
If you see traffic trouble, call the Acadian Windows traffic tip line at pound 250, keyword total traffic when prompted. Acadian Windows, your hurricane protection specialists.
News Radio 710 WNTM.
A possible motive revealed in a quadruple murder. William Oliver charged with killing a woman, her 12-year-old son, and pregnant teenage daughter in Wilmer. Mobile County District Attorney Keith Blackwood says Oliver was in the victim's home, possibly to rob them.
We believe, based on the scene, the circumstances there, that was likely a part of the motive in this case.
The mother and son had their throats slashed. The teenager shot twice in the head.
It's an absolutely heinous act that this defendant is alleged to have committed.
Oliver pleaded not guilty, ordered held without bond. First person in Alabama convicted under the state's new anti-gang statute, Marcus Dwayne Cobbs Jr. Prosecutors say the 2.4 pounds of marijuana found on him furthered the interest of an illegal criminal enterprise. Sentenced to 25 years in jail. A new state law placing a 60-day moratorium on grocery taxes takes effect today. I'm Angie Norvell.
WNTM.
Spirit Airlines is reportedly expected to cease operations at 3 a.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. Earlier today, President Trump said the government had presented a final bailout proposal to Spirit. Spirit Airlines was looking for a government bailout of $500 million. President Trump speaking to a crowd of supporters at a Florida retirement community, touting his temporary tax deductions today for seniors, such as no tax on Social Security.
That means more money to visit your grandkids, bigger budget for taking a trip to someplace that you want to go, or extra dinners out with your family.
It was the president's first public appearance since the White House Correspondents' Dinner shooting. Meantime, President Trump sent a letter to Congress telling it he doesn't need its authorization for military operations in Iran right now. He wrote he ordered a ceasefire April 7th, and hostilities have terminated since that time. I'm Jim Roop.
This is News Radio 710 WNTM.
Fox News, I'm John Saucier. President Trump made his way to Florida today, delivering some economic remarks to senior citizens at the Villages, saying that negotiations with Iran continue and he believes the United States is winning.
I spoke to him today. We're discussing. It's a little hard to figure out who their leaders are, frankly. You know, their leaders are gone. The first set is gone. The second set is gone. Khomeini was gone. And they were pretty evil people. Not pretty evil. They were evil. They killed 42,000 protesters.
But gas prices have been way up since the war began. White House Deputy Press Secretary Anna Kelly responding to worries about the spiking gas prices in light of the war on the Fox News channel.
But the good news is that this president built just over the past year and in his first term a strong and resilient economy that, as he said, is not only going to send us back to where we were before, but better than we ever were before.
Gas prices more than $1.20 than a year ago. America's listening to Fox News.
All right, YouTube viewers, going to be back on the radio here in about 2 minutes. Back on in about 2 minutes with more of the Uncle Henry Show. Let me do a quick check and reactivate the YouTube on my desktop. And I see we have a small number of people watching on a Friday. Hello to Siva. Nice to see you. Bama Big Man. Love Freak 69. Hello to you. Excalibur One Force. The Mad Trucker. Yes, and Bama Big Man wanting to know about snake trapper eating reptiles there. I was having the same thoughts. And yes, the Love Freak 69 is correct. The picture behind me is the Pecan Avenue Pier. Orange Street has a little structure at the end of it. William from Mobile, the jacket. I will have to ask my wife where I got my jacket. Oh, wait. It's a J. Crew, whatever that means.
That's 800-869-2045. What do you have to lose? Call 800-869-2045. Again, 800-869-2045.
This is News Radio 710 WNTM.
Uncle Henry Show here on News Radio 710 WNTM. You can also hear me on FM radio every Monday through Friday from 10 to 2 on 95 KSJ, playing today's hottest country music. Now, next week on 95 KSJ, be listening for your chance to win tickets to see Willie Nelson and family. Yes, Willie Nelson's still alive. It's, yes, to be celebrated. He's still alive, and he is touring this year with his family once again. He will be at the Wharf in Orange Beach Saturday, May 16th, and 95 KSJ will have your chance to win tickets to see Willie Nelson and family. Listen for your chance to win next week with me on 95 KSJ. 251-479-2723. That's 251-479-2723. Hello, caller.
Hey, Uncle Henry.
LD, the retired mad trucker.
Man, let me tell you, I'm mad today.
What has got you mad?
Do you see this theft going on in the United States with the Somalis? You name it. There is somebody in the taxpayer's pocket at every opportunity. And how long has this been going on?
Years and years.
Years and years. Trillions of dollars have been thrown out the window. Why I have to pay taxes as a retired trucker. I'm still paying taxes.
Yes.
I'm not working anymore, but
Yes.
I'm still paying taxes.
Yes.
But let me tell you something. I'm really offended by that picture behind you. It's the first time I've been online in a while. You know, that's like a 14-inch drain to the left of that pier. I don't know if anybody can see that.
Now, let me tell the radio listener, because most of the people are not watching on YouTube, but I've got a picture of the Eastern Shore, and there's a little pier, and there is a big pipe next to it. Yes.
Yes. Well, I have it on good authority, Uncle Henry, that's not just a pipe. That is a direct line to your mother's septic tank.
How dare you? Don't you ever bring up my mother in connection with anything plumbing related or septic ever again. It's disgusting. We should be able to have a discussion about the world in which we live and the problems that we all are facing and trying to solve together. We should be able to have these discussions without you trying to tie my poor mother, trying to imply that she would have her own special, some type of big sewage pipe coming out of her house. That's sick. And no man and no woman should have to listen to their mother get connected to some type of sewer issue. It's just sick. And look, and LD is a man of the world. There's no telling what has happened to LD's mind after being in this world, out as a trucker, night after night, riding around, and having to face what is going on in this world. It's caused a coarseness to his brain, a coarsening of his brain, a dirtifying of his brain, just like the political discourse in this country. People can't have any kind of discussion about politics anymore without it getting personal, without somebody. You start talking about congressional districts or the taxes or anything like this. Eventually, they're going to tie your mother to a sewer. It happens. It's sick. Hello, caller. All right, stop that. And see, and here I am. All I'm trying to do is bring us back to a point where we can discuss issues without somebody trying to imply that somebody else's mother could fill an entire sewer with her output, and then I get that kind of a call. I try to bring sanity back to the show, and then somebody calls up and does an impression of Woody Woodpecker. This is where we are in America. You wonder why we're in the situation we're in. This is an example. I wonder if it's like this in Congress, where somebody will step forward and say, I've got a great idea, and then they start talking about his mama's toilet. It's sick. The entire country, we need a revival in this country more than ever before, and continuous prayer. I'm going to pray for everybody that called this show. Yes, I am. I'm going to pray for everybody that called this show. When this show is over, I'm going right into prayer. And I'm going to pray even for LD, that he be healed of whatever's wrong with him, and there's something deeply wrong. I'm going to pray for a deep healing of his sick mind. And I'm going to pray for whoever it was that thinks Woody Woodpecker is even worth remembering culturally. That person needs prayer, along with everybody else in this country. In fact, I'm going to pray. I've got this call. We had the news today about how there's a special session of the Alabama legislature set for Monday afternoon about our congressional districts. As you are probably aware, the Mobile congressional district is ridiculously tied to Montgomery because of stupid drawing of the maps. The Supreme Court has decided that you cannot racially discriminate drawing these congressional maps, that we are not supposed to discriminate in the country on the basis of race. Now I had a horrible call about that. Kay Ivey called for a special session in within 1 hour. Listen to this horrible call that came in.
You call me a racist. You see what that lesbian governor in Alabama, you see what that lesbian governor
Now
does?
see this immediately, instead of actually calling it about the issue, saying this is why I disagree with the Supreme Court and this is why I disagree with the governor and all this kind of stuff. Instead, saying these things about Kay Ivey.
Somebody calling in for a special session. She leaving. She a lesbian. You understand what I'm saying, Henry? She need to get with her woman and go on to bed and forget about it. Bye.
See, it's disgusting. That's where we are. We can't have discussions about this is what I think. You tell me what you think, and then we try and figure out what is the best solution for the things that we're facing in this world. Instead, somebody's got to call in and make an accusation about the private life of Kay Ivey and all this kind of stuff. Somebody else calling in about my mama's toilet. I mean, it's disgusting. Prayer. And I know you may, as a listener, if I've got any left, you may have been offended by that last call. And it's okay to be offended because it was disgusting. But please pray for the sicko that called in with it. In fact, the last 3 calls you've heard, please remember to pray for all of those callers. Even if you don't know the callers by name, pray for them. Pray that their minds be healed. That the illness in their mind be lifted and that they are renewed as human beings. And that maybe they would be able to call in and say, you know what, this is why I disagree with the Supreme Court. I've disagreed with the Supreme Court on many occasions in my life. I've disagreed with governors on many occasions in my life. I didn't feel like I needed to call in and make some type of blankual comment about the governor. Please pray for these sick, demented, twisted individuals that are calling the Uncle Henry Show. And I'm not including all the callers. We've had some good callers as well. Pray for the good callers that they remain good and healthy so that they can call in the future. And then pray for the demented pervert callers that they be healed and or punished severely.
Crews are on the scene of an accident now westbound at the Bankhead Tunnel, and we also have an accident on the Cochrane Causeway 1 mile south of the Cochrane Africatown Bridge. Lanes of traffic are closed there in both directions. And watch for a crash, Racetrack Road at Denton Boulevard in Fort Walton Beach. With Time Saver Traffic, I'm Lisa Bakke.
This report is sponsored by Discover. When you hear a good deal, it's natural to do a double take. That's what you might do when you...
Our YouTube viewers going to be back on the radio in just a few minutes. Let's see, let me look on the YouTube and see if there's anything I need to address. Yeah, lots of wrecks. 69-year-old Chris of West Loxley, that's the whole rain factor. People are on their, they're riding around and they're on their phones. They might even be looking at the weather on their phone as they wreck. Pat Nelly, thank you for enjoying this. I've never worn seersucker until my marriage. Now, hey, Matt Green. I've invited Matt Green to be on the Uncle Henry Show, but come on, Matt. And talking about a get-together at Greer's, yes, I would like to do one, but I probably won't be able to do anything like that until end of May, and that's because we are changing the software on the radio station. We will have absolutely no one to run the board. If I want to do a broadcast on location in the future, there will not be anyone to run the board ever again. But they're telling me that I'll be able to use my laptop and do the Uncle Henry Show from anywhere that has an internet connection. So I may start doing my show from different places, maybe at least once a week or more, just to get out and The place I really want to do a Uncle Henry show, and I've got to figure out how to do it. I want to do it on the Causeway. Yes. One day I'd like to do it from the pier behind me. And I'm serious about that. Of course, it would probably be a disaster, but why not? I got to be careful that the laptop doesn't go into the bay. Pat Nelly, I want to be I want to be close to the action. I want to be in that parking lot. I want to do the Uncle Henry show from the parking lot right there where the interstate crosses over the Causeway. I just have to make sure I can get the internet signal and a power source. I'd like to do, and I really would like to do the show over in Loxley. In fact, I want to do the show anywhere I can.
Temperatures by the afternoon in the low 70s. I'm Fox 10 News Chief Meteorologist Jason Smith of this iHeartRadio station.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster. Buying custom blinds shouldn't be complicated or stressful. That's why we make it simple and affordable. You measure, you install, and you save big on custom blinds. Ordering takes minutes, installation is easy, and we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.
Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. This is News Radio 710, WNTM, an iHeartRadio station.
Uncle Henry Show, News Radio 710, WNTM. News headlines coming up in 10 minutes. Hello, caller.
Hey, good evening, Uncle.
Cliff, you are live on the radio.
Uncle Henry.
Yes.
I want to do these I don't want to call them in the name, but do these people understand, especially us black people, that we at a point or a stage right now where these guys need the illegals. And so redistricting, I don't care what they do, is not for the benefit of the black folk. They need votes. The only other choice they have to win an election is to kill the competition. So they need votes bad. So all they want to do is flood the courts. Now they're talking about killing the people in the Supreme Court. Anything that don't go right with the Democrat Party, they want to get rid of it.
Yeah, it's we're here. I mean, the violent rhetoric is getting hotter and hotter.
For I like to call them terminally ignorant black people. Anything the Democrats do is not going to benefit them either. Don't fall for the reparations, because that's just a trick to stupid folks to vote for them again. But they out right now. The only choice they have is to get enough people in place so that they can get the illegals to be able to vote, the illegal aliens. It's either that, like I say, they want to control everything so that they would only have one party.
Right. And the ultimate goal is that all of us, no matter what you look like or where you come from, ultimate goal is all of us be poor together.
Amen. They rooting for, like I said, they rooting for the devil. They rooting for Iran. They rooting for Russia. They rooting for China. They rooting for everybody. They want everybody mad at Trump. And that old saying is true. Stupid people or ignorant people talk about other people. But intelligent people talk about solutions. You got a man up there that can do both. This plan that this guy has got with them maniacs in Iran, he ain't just talking, he's doing. Democrats can only lie, distort, any other thing they can do, and now they're resorting, like I say, they back up against the wall, they're resorting to murder and assassination now. So I just want the black people to understand, no matter what they do, it has not their best interest at heart either. You have a blessed day.
Cliff, thank you very much. Love hearing from you, Cliff. All right, let's see. Before I'm out of time in this segment of the show, let me go to the Uncle Henry Show voicemail.
Roll Tide, Uncle, this has turned out to be one beautiful day today here on this Friday on the front porch, 2:33 p.m.
All right, so 69-year-old Chris on his front porch at 2:33 this afternoon calling us.
A little bit cool, but that's all right. I got on the house coat. Still in my pajamas. Nothing going on today. But, man, I'll tell you what, this air, yeah, nice and clean and fresh. And, brother, did we ever need the rain?
Yes.
So thank you, Jesus. We appreciate that. Uncle, looking forward to today's program. I believe you said you're interviewing one of the kids back in the day from Brady Bunch. I believe it was the character that played Jan.
Yes. Coming up after 6 o'clock, I'm going to have just a few minutes with Eve Plum, who played Jan Brady on the Brady Bunch back in 1969. Yes.
Kind of looking forward to that. We'll see what that's like. Seeing if she gives us anything behind curtains. You know what I mean? Anything backstage, so to speak. Maybe she'll slip us a couple of nuggets.
All right. 69-year-old Chris of West Loxley spent the day in his pajamas and his house coat. Congratulations to you there, living in paradise, West Loxley, Alabama. Yes, Jan Brady. Eve Plum, she has a new book out about her life and her time on the Brady Bunch. And I know this will, I've been in radio for a long time. She might be the most internationally famous person I've ever talked to. I mean, I've talked to a lot of politicians and big-time entertainers in my career. But in terms of people knowing who that is, if you were to say, have you ever heard of Jan Brady of the Brady Bunch? She might be the most famous person that I've ever had an opportunity to talk to. So that's coming up after 6 o'clock, right here on News Radio 710, WNTM's Uncle Henry Show. Before we get to Jan Brady, Eve Plum, the actress, we got Fox News headlines coming up. Uncle Henry Show continues after the news break.
Securing America.
During Thursday's Senate.
Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful, pleasant evening, a pleasant weekend, and I will be back here Monday.
Iran, North Korea, and Russia.
It is about whether this will be an American-led century or a century defined by authoritarian, autocratic regimes.
Wicker then asked Joint Chiefs Chairman General Dan Kane this.
There's no question that Vladimir Putin's Russia is taking serious action to undermine our efforts for success in Iran. Is there any question about that?
The chairman was careful, but definitive in answering.
I think there's actions and activities that are mindful of the hearing room we're in, but there's definitely some action there.
Wicker says we should expect those four